Don't say salmon fishing in the Yemen. I knew you were going to say it. I knew it.
First off, you like handed out pink sunglasses for Barbie. I was hoping we were going to get mouthpieces.
Oh,
Oh my God, that would be great. Oh, thank you
steal
for
that?
We're going to steal
take
it.
All right.
Yeah,
It'll be happening.
yeah.
But like
Thank you.
the neon green ones,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
We know that Colt loves Taylor Swift, but who's someone that you guys love to listen to when you need a good cry?
I thought you were going to say like when you need a good time.
Well, you can answer it that way, I guess.
Do you know what I listened to?
Metallica?
Do you know what I listened to this morning that
What?
just made me so happy? Mace singing "Welcome Back." Remember that, Jam?
Yeah, how's it go again a little bit?
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
Did you tear up?
I kind of did because I was so joyful. I hadn't heard it for years.
Tears of Joy.
Yeah, a
Tears
good
of
car
Joy
cry.
Blind.
I love that song, "Make the World Go Away." I mean, it makes me cry so much.
What about you?
I don't cry.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, you know.
okay.
Yeah. No, I actually have a whole playlist.
You
Yeah.
do,
It's not
and
even-
nothing works.
It all works, actually. I was trying to be a tough guy because Brian's right here.
What is it? What's the one? Well, give us a couple.
I mean, Radiohead is one
Yes.
that will really get me.
Which one though?
All of Fake Plastic Trees, I feel like
Yeah.
is the one that I like a lot. But
Yeah.
there's so many, I mean, songs that will really just hit me, you know. Now, one thing I want to ask you guys is that, like, The Fall Guy is a loose reboot of the TV series, and Hollywood loves their reboots. So if you had to guess, which of your movies do you think will be the first to get rebooted?
Don't say salmon fishing in the Yemen. I knew you were going to say it. I knew it. Salmon fishing in the Yemen.
I want to be in that.
Oh, people are clamoring for the reboot of that.
Well, that one obviously, and then
Hercules?
Young Hercules.
Young Hercules.
Not so young Hercules. I'm going to be in it.
Ancient Hercules.
Ancient Hercules.
Ryan, I want to tell you that I actually grew out this Zappa mustache just for you. And I don't pull it off as well as you do,
I don't.
but it was only so I could ask you what the status is of a sequel to The New Guys, or The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys. It would be the new guys. If
It
there
would
was
be the New
no-
Guys, yeah.
There was this fantastic moment on the plane going to LA with my parents and my husband, and all of us watched The Nice Guys. I watched it. My mum saw that I was weeping with laughter. John had just watched it recently, and then she was like, "What are you watching?" Loves this one. And so I was like, "You got to watch The Nice Guys." And so her and my dad all watched it, and they loved it. It's epic.
You know, so much of a sequel, I think, is decided by the opening weekend of a movie. And
Yeah,
we
that's
opened up
true.
against Angry Birds.
But it's so good.
And Angry Birds just destroyed us.
Pecked the shit out of you.
Angry Birds got a sequel.
And it shouldn't. Nice Guys should. I'm sorry I said New Guys. I got lost looking at you.
New Guys can be, I think that's a good title.
I think so. Or
For
you
the
could
sequel.
do a crossover
That'll
with this,
never
The
happen
Nice
because Angry
Fall
Birds
Guys.
won't let it
Yeah.
happen.
Fall Guys.
The Nice Fall Guys. It's a crossover.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
do
The
that.
Nice Fall Guys.
Dude, it's the coolest movie of this. I love it so much. I had so much fun. My first question to you is, when you're on set directing, do you ever wear a gardening hat?
I don't. Wait, that's a lie. You know what? I did in Australia, when she says in the movie it's a set thing, it kind of was, because the sun in Australia is so hot. They have these, there's a hat company that's there, like it's like a Home Depot type store, and they sell the hats for like, $4.
Right.
And it's a really gardening hat. And the crew does wear them. So that is actually absolutely, she's parroting something that the crew is all over wearing these gardening hats.
I bet you pull it off.
I could pull it off. but-
I had a feeling you could
Yeah.
pull it off.
Not as well as she did, though.
Now, we know Colt loves Taylor Swift, but but what do you listen to whenever you feel like you need a good cry?
Wow. I mean, Taylor will do it. All Too Well is it is a tearjerker.
It hits you.
Yeah, it does hit you. It's sort of forlorn, lost love. It's yeah. So I'll stick with Tay Tay.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Tay Tay.
You can't.
Now, a couple years ago in London, I asked you, since you were his stunt double, what Brad Pitt smells like, if it's amazing. You confirmed it is. Now I feel like I have to ask you, Brad or Ryan, who smells better?
Oh, they're both just sent from angels. When there's this like you wouldn't believe.
There's not
how
even words to
beautiful-
describe
No,
it, is
it's
there?
not. There's not
Like
enough.
Eucalyptus glacier, something
Yeah.
that hasn't been.
Yeah, there just isn't. They're just they're just amazing smells.
That's amazing. One thing I love about the movie, it's so meta, right? There's so, it's very rare that you get to see like action scenes play out, being filmed the way that they are in the movie as if you're on a movie set. So, and there's a lot of stunt sequences that kind of go wrong, like when Ryan, hits the camera, right?
Yeah.
So, knowing that and being somebody who directs a lot of stunt sequences, what's the worst incident that you've ever seen that is just completely ruined a take?
There's a lot. I mean, I don't know if I've recounted this to you before, but I ruined a take on the Mexican where I crashed the El Camino into the only other El Camino we had, and we were like 3 hours south of Mexico City, and I was trying to do the stunt, slide the car, and I, overcorrected, and it was either Video Village or the other El Camino, and I obviously chose the other El Camino, so we wrapped for the day, and it was only 9 a.m., so
you
it wasn't
didn't tell
good.
me that, but I did read that it's because you were starstruck by Brad.
I don't know if I was starstruck by Brad. I was psyched that he called to come down and double him, yeah. So, yeah, I was psyched to be there.
The fact that people could even mistake you for Brad for a fourth of a second is such a compliment. Because
it's movie magic.
It wouldn't work for me. But
I don't know. The eyes.
Stop.
The eyes.
Oh, stop it. Thank you so much. I love the movie. It's so good. And Hannah, I just watched Garfield and this back to back, and I'm choosing to believe that Jinx is actually Gail's cat
Absolutely.
at some point. And can we just put that out there?
Maybe Jinx is Gail's inner spirit animal.
Oh.
I feel like I've entered my she's a little bit naughty era film. Yeah.
On film.
I'm feeling it. It's a vibe that you're putting out that I'm really, I'm digging it.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of capacity.
I'm sorry.
You're also in it too.
I'm cool.
Now, we know that Colt loves Taylor Swift, but I'm curious, who do you listen to whenever you just need a good cry?
Ooh.
Oh, good cry.
Celine.
That's a good one.
It's got to be Celine for me. When I was young, never needed anyone. Oh,
man, that's
come on.
incredible. I like Whitney.
Whitney.
I Want to Dance with Somebody? That one?
No, the cry.
Share my love.
Exactly. I love it.
Absolutely.
No, those are great answers. I love that. Now, there's a lot of stunt sequences that go wrong in the movie, right? You I love that about the movie. That it's so meta that we're seeing all these sequences kind of play out. Like, we don't see that a lot in movies, the actual filmmaking.
No.
So as somebody who's been on a lot of sets, what's the worst incident that you've seen that has just completely ruined a take?
I mean, there was one that wasn't great on this, which I probably can't talk about. But there was one on this. We were all a bit like,
I don't know if you can answer any of these.
No, not dangerous, but we were all a little bit like, ooh, that's gonna cost a bunch, and now we've got a setback.
No, I didn't mean anything salacious, but I'm thinking about when Ryan hits the camera, right, and it ruins it.
Yeah.
Or
No, but that's what I mean.
explosions go
There was one
off.
like that, which was a bit like, ooh, that's expensive. Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those myself.
Yeah.
Now, I know when stunt performers are doing their thing, a lot of times people get punched on accident. But has there ever been a situation where you just wanted to punch somebody on accident?
No. I have to say, in the theatre, I was set on fire by mistake.
What?
Yep. On my wires in the Wizard of Oz, I was on my broomstick playing the Wicked Witch of the West, as you do, and I had a feathery costume, and I had a finger flash to set fire to the scarecrow, as you do, and it went off late, deviated, and set fire to my feathers. And I was doing this, trying to put it out mid-air.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, it can go wrong like that.
Oh,
But our guys on this were, honestly...
Back to the Fall Guy?
Yes, back to the Fall Guy. You've never seen anything like it. The stunt department, we've been saying, you were calm every day because they are the very best at what they do, and they're constantly, God knows how many steps ahead of all of us.
They understood
whole
the
environment.
assignment. They understood that everyone has to make it home safe. That's the top priority.
Yeah. Nothing more important.
Intuitively, you think that it's, hey, how do we just turn this into a cool, good-looking shot? But a big part of their job is to say no. Big part of their job is to say this isn't really possible under this circumstance, and that's what really creates that sense of safety. That's what creates that sense of someone's got my back.
In the movie, Colt obviously loves Taylor Swift, but I want to know who's someone that you listen to that makes you in the mood for a good cry.
Oh, wow.
Cry too, right?
Yeah. God, what was something that I kind of found? Chemical Brothers.
Sunday morning, I'm waking up. It's just some like very magical kind of. Don't take the song, but it was just one of those things. Like I remember, just like that was like my downtime, and I was just super stressed from work, and I remember that song came on just randomly. I was like, man, and just kind of appreciating everything I had and everything we were doing, and so I'd probably say that one song. I can't even tell you the name of it, but it got me.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I have songs that make me cry.
I have a whole playlist.
You do? You like the crying playlist?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, it's that
sit
time.
in a cold shower in the corner.
Just stay there, yeah.
Yeah.
Radiohead if you need somebody.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But no, I don't.
I mean, sometimes Dr. Dre, The Chronic, that makes me cry.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But other than that, I just
I cry because it's so good.
yeah, brings a tear in my eye.
Out of joy.
Now, I'm sorry to ask you guys this, Ben and Logan specifically. If you get asked this all day, apologies up front. But being that you are Ryan Gosling stunt doubles, does Ryan smell amazing?
These quick questions.
Two great ones right off the bat. Yeah, he smells great.
Fresh.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Like
Smells like an angel.
Smells like an angel.
vanilla mahogany.
Can't
or
say
something.
it smells one way or the other.
No.
know.
But in all seriousness, it does have to be like a boost to your confidence to know for like a fourth of a second you can pass as Ryan Gosling. Like that's cool, right?
Well, with
for me, it would be 0
proper
seconds.
computer-generated face replacement, yeah, we got this.
Oh, with that, anyone can pass as anyone these days,
No, I think Ben was a pretty good. Ben probably had some paparazzi pictures where he probably had, Ryan Gosling's name thrown underneath him. I think
There was a couple.
Yeah,
I think you definitely are like the obviously the better size double.
But if you put Logan in any car, just whipping by, it looks just like Ryan.
Just like him.
Just like spitting image, like a twin.
But when we stand next to each other, not so much.
You got to squint.
I'm a little smaller.
Yeah. See, that's me too. I'm a small guy, so it's like it would never work. Even you can put his face on mine, people that's not him.
Yeah.
That's
But
not
in like what he was saying, in cars, you don't know.
Right.
I could be 5'2".
Now, it finally feels like some performers are starting to get the credit they deserve. We don't have Oscars yet, but it's got to be coming soon. If you could think of a legendary stunt performer, who do you think would get the most Oscars if it was a category?
I don't know. There's so many. I mean, there's so many guys out there.
Yeah.
Hal Needham. Hal Needham was the one of the originals that kind of made it from a stunt coordinator to a second unit director to a first unit director. There was 5 years there where the movies that he directed were the highest grossing films in Hollywood at the time. So it's like, what stunt guy has ever kind of done that and made that transition? I mean, it'd be a director, but he did a lot of things that led up to that. So Hal Needham is just a legend in the business. I would say somehow maybe Hal.
Do you guys have an answer? Like a guess or
Hal,
whatever.
that-
There's no wrong
I
answer.
think Dave Leach might be on the way.
Dave
to that.
Leach, yeah, he's
being that guy, but I don't know. That's a hard one because there's so many really, really good, talented people, and so to say that one is better than the other and they should deserve more awards, I think that the category of stunts should just deserve an award like every other category in filmmaking.
Yeah, every department deserves recognition.
Oh,
including
100%,
stunts.
yeah.
Every part of the of cinema, of film, they deserve recognition.
Well, that's one thing that's so good about this movie is that it's just this love letter to stunt performers, really.
Absolutely.
And I think it's awesome that you guys are getting the credit that, like, I feel like me personally, I've always felt like stunt performers and editors to me are like the guys that like really just don't get the credit that they deserve when it comes to how vital they are to the process.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I love about the movie, is Tom Ryder. He sucks. He's just so terrible. So I'm not asking you to name names, but have there ever been any actors that you've worked with that maybe don't appreciate or respect what you guys do for them as much as they should?
I think I won't name names, but I think we're kind of definitely a special. We have special relationships with actors because a lot of times we're there, and not just sometimes people are like, I do all my own stunts or whatever that is, but we are there and we do work hand in hand with the actor. We do make sure that they're safe, and really thinking about their safety. And so there is, regardless of, things that you've heard about actors on set and stuff like that, but I think stunt guys can kind of get through some of that stuff because we do have that relationship with them, and we make them, ultimately the goal is, as a stunt performer, stunt double, is to make them look good.
Right.
And so,
well, on the flip side of that, is there anybody that you could name that you felt like was especially appreciative of what you guys do for them, and just...
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there is not somebody, he's not the guy who goes, when there's a stunt to be had, here's my doubles, here's Ben, here's Logan. And then going through this whole process has just been something that all three of us still pinch ourselves, at the end of every day, and just like, I can't believe that we're even sitting here talking to you, and Ryan and David and this movie and Kelly McCormick, this whole team behind us that kind of really bringing light to what we do and making sure that we get recognized in this little way for what we do as a profession, and then also what we did on Fall Guy.
Yeah. Now, I know sometimes when you guys do stunts, people accidentally get punched in the face, and it just happens sometimes. But has there ever been a time that you've punched somebody on accident? I'm just joking, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed from this line of questioning that they're not always super serious.
Yeah, I make sure to let every actor just know I'm there. So I give them a little something. No,
okay.
Just joking.
Yeah.
Just joking.
Warm them up.
Yeah, no, I mean, we create the illusion. That's the ultimate goal, right? And so, sometimes things do happen, but it's probably not, sometimes I guess it's the stunt guy to the actor, but it's more probably, putting the actor in, on the stunt guy. So
yeah.
I don't think it's ever intentional.
Now, definitely been punched in the face a lot. Definitely.
Do they at least get the cheek? Do they?
It's all right. I mean, I don't mind it. It's that's the business that we're in, and and then it's real, right? You don't have to worry about it selling if you actually get hit. So
look at that face. I mean, it doesn't look like it's been punched that much.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it a lot. Obviously, there's a point where it sucks, but whatever. It's the job.
Yeah. No, I think we talked about this in London, but I did pro wrestling for a little while. So for a few years, I broke my back doing it, actually.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of know that whole, I mean, it's not stunts, but it's stunts.
It's really.
Yeah.
It hurts. So same thing. I get punched all the time, and I would be like, as long as you don't break my nose, it's fine.
Yeah. Did you ever Superfly snook it with the razor blades and cutting your head and stuff like that?
No.
Oh man.
No, I stayed away from
lived.
Once HIV
like mankind.
was the thing, I was like, let's not do the cutting ourselves. No, one thing I love about the movie, it's so rare that you watch a movie where you get to see how movies are made, right? There's so many meta sequences and stunt sequences that you're sort of seeing the stunts play out in real time, and there's so many stunts that go wrong. So as guys who are on sets a lot, what's the worst incident that you've ever seen that's just completely ruined a take?
I don't know. We live in it. We work in this business where it's like every single stunt you do, even if it's the same stunt and the wording, it's always different every single time you do it. There's different variables. There's so many things that could make something go wrong or stop you from being able to do it.
I was thinking about this specifically, like the scene where he smashes the camera, right? And it's like, you've ruined that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, or when explosions go off and something gets mistimed, and it's like the whole thing is just like you've ruined the shot for the day.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously want to avoid anything like that, but sometimes when you're riding the edge and you're constantly pushing it and trying to get those really awesome shots, there's sometimes there's some things happen.
I mean, there's definitely, I've seen, there's stuff where, you do car work and you have cameras that you take out, and it's like not intentional.
Right.
But it's one of those things, like that moment up until that, that car hits that camera and destroys it, it's an amazing shot.
Yeah.
And so if we can, everything in stunts is really planned out. And so having something, a mishap or something like that goes wrong, we've hopefully mitigated a lot of that stuff. So hopefully it doesn't happen a lot. But it's like Logan said, it is a very adaptive, to situations and environments and, different factors that could, change things up, on the, very quickly. So just having the right guy involved, that you can always, hopefully adapt to those changes and get through it.
Gotcha. All right, awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. The movie's awesome.
Yeah.
I legitimately have been telling people, like, I think this is like the coolest movie of the summer. Like, it's just cool. You know what I mean? Like, I watched it back, and was it you that's? I just want to ask. There's the helicopter scene. Are you on the helicopter when? Are you doing some of that stuff when Ryan's hanging from the legs?
Yeah, so the camera car jump to the helicopter and then hanging from it, and then the fight inside, and then Troy Brown was the guy who did the high fall.
Specifically when he jumped, like he's holding on and he jumps to the other leg.
Yeah,
that's you.
There was a lot of hanging from
impressive
helicopters.
I was, as a guy who tries to do chin-ups from time to time.
Oh yeah,
I was like, wow, that's awesome.
It's a great way to put it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ben's got a lot of those little things in there. He's like, I can do that, and I was like, really? He goes, yeah, we're good. And so that was one of those. It's called a lache.
Yeah, I was excited. I was excited to see that because I feel like it was the only thing I don't have on my phone.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see the lache underneath the helicopter. That was an idea that we talked about.
Yeah.
He's
for
got
a while.
that type of like talent and skill that like we're doing the South by Southwest, and he goes, I want to flip over you as you ride your motorcycle by. And we're like, well, you can jump all the way over me and just flip over me in those boots? I was like, yeah, it's easy, no problem.
I'm glad that
sure enough does it easily.
Concern.
Yeah. Well,
they're a big deal, though.
You know what you're jumping in, but sure enough, like
it wouldn't matter for me. That's what I'm saying. I could have been.
We were all worried
I could have had a
about
trampoline. I'd have still missed it.
Yeah, we were all worried about it, but it's easy.
Yeah,
no big
but
deal.
we did some rehearsals, and we didn't stack them on top of each other. And slow-mo video's been, phones have been the greatest thing for the stunt industry, because we can, and basically everybody's got them in their pocket, and we can slow-mo and look at things and put them side by side and realize that, it was something that was done easily. And then it's like, okay, well, let's just rehearse it. And then sure enough, boom, Ben, without even thinking, was way over Logan and without even, room to spare.
Now, I know I already said last question, but was there an incident that you rehearsed it that you were like, this is not going to work? I
think, you're going down a path, so it's not like we're just going, rogue and doing stuff. So it's like there's stuff that's written, there's ideas that are kind of pitched, and then, so people get locked into some of those things. And so you do everything you can, in testing to try and make that stuff happen. And if you've exhausted all possibilities and you have all the right guys in place and you can't do it, then it's like, then you just have to pivot,